Hello and good morning, everyone. My name is Salome, and I am a channel for Anna, grandmother of Yeshua. Last week, she announced the coming of the Golden Spiral generation, which is a group of souls that will arrive between 2027 and 2034. And after that, Elea, the first soul who will be conceived from this generation, spoke to us. And in the meantime, I've received some questions about the Golden Spiral generation that I'm looking forward to going into with Anna here today. If any questions arise for you, please share them in the chat or send them to me personally, and I will be happy to take them into the next live channeling. So, let us invite Anna in and let her share whatever wants to be shared at this moment, considering these themes or anything else that is necessary and welcome for us to know at this moment in the process of human evolution. Yes. Thank you for this opportunity to speak to you again. I am so glad the messages are reaching more and more people and that more hearts are being opened to the truth of their own being, to the light of their own being. More and more people are opening their bodies to receive their light in every cell, and in doing so, they are lifting up their DNA and finally getting the evolution of human consciousness and human DNA to a next level, because that is what is happening at this time in human evolution. There has been some stagnation. There has been a lot of evolution going on and development going on in the outer world. And the inner world is now ready to be evolved at a much quicker level than before. There is an immense acceleration of not ascension, but let's call it descension, the descending of your light in your body and opening the body so it can evolve to the next level. The DNA is growing and all your superhuman abilities are starting to wake up. These are abilities that have been dormant for generations. They might have popped up for some people in the ages that have passed, but suppressed because there was no safe place for them to be expressed. There was a lot of suspicion that caused people to hide in the dark instead of sharing their beautiful talents and gifts and abilities. Now, not anymore. Now the time is here for everyone to take their place and for everyone to grow into these beautiful abilities carried in their DNA. We see people applying telekinesis and moving objects through pure energy, through pure will. And this is not a manipulated will, it's not a new move, because I want to know it's a very beautiful process of aligning the body with the energy and really becoming one with life as it is, and understanding that there is no boundary between me and this object over there, so that with my energy I can have an impact on what is there, and we can clearly see this through, for example, telekinesis, where people are moving objects purely through really channeling the energy through their body and out of their body and connecting to the consciousness, to the levels of energy that are present in that object. It is the evolution of unity consciousness in our own bodies. And now that we are speaking about unity consciousness, let's go into the arrival of the Golden Spiral generation. For I understand there were some questions that want to be answered, so we may have a greater understanding of what the Golden Spiral generation is here to bring. So Elea, this beautiful, beautiful bright soul, she came in and already shared what their mission is in life. They are here to really anchor in the grid of consciousness on earth, the grid of awakening, of awareness of our abilities, of deepening consciousness of what you are capable of, because they will be born with the ability to already apply these talents before anyone helps them awake or before they have to awake themselves. They come in fully awake through parents that have already gone through that process of really integrating their light into their bodies. These children will take it one step further. So there have been a few questions. One considering the announced rave generation, which I understand has been announced through the system of human design. Is this the same as the golden spiral generation? Yes and no. The golden spiral generation is really about the souls who will incarnate on Earth at this time. And some of them will be part of the rave generation, and some of them will be part of the, let's call them regular humans, because they are not bound by one form of expression. They are bound by their own expression. And some of them want to melt into the rave generation, which is really about melting consciousness together and unity consciousness. They come in with this unity consciousness and they don't work like individual human beings, but they in teams. They work by melting together and by co-creating and let's call it webbing. They web their energies together and then together they can create something, whereas individual human beings, the regular human beings, can also manifest by themselves. So some children of the golden spiral generation will in fact be part of the rave generation, and some will be coming here incarnate as the regular human being as we know them. And then there is the question about the parents through which these children will be born, and if it is also possible that they will have a human mother but a father from Sirius or any other stellar system. So an energetic match, an energetic conception or light conception as we teach it. Yes, it is possible that this will happen. Many of the children will be born through light conception, but, and this is important, they will come into family systems. And why is this? It is because they will need the support of the feminine and the masculine as they are already present on earth to grow up as a child. So it is very possible that the mothers will conceive a child with the father that is not their partner, which will be their earthly father. And then there is this beautiful co-creation happening where the earthly father is the ground. It is the stability. He carries the energy field, and the mother lifts herself up on this field and opens up towards the stars, and then the light from the stars will come into her womb and merge with the egg, and from this spiral the golden spiral child is born, but it is held in the arms of an earthly father directing the way down. So for fathers who will be present in the life as such, know that you are very much the father, because you are the guiding force that guides the light down into the mother's womb. You are not useless or pointless. You are very much part of this process. And for women who will conceive in this way, I thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for opening your womb in this way. It takes another level of preparation to be able to conceive a light from the stars and conceive life from the stars. I wish to take a moment to really feel into this energy, to really allow the awareness and the energy connected to this way of conception to land in your body. So please take a moment to close your eyes. And let us now form a circle and form a welcoming committee. Let us beam our loves to these women who will open their wombs in this way, because theirs is not an easy path. They will face misunderstanding, they will face prejudice and judgment. But most of all, they will face their own confusion, because there is not much known on the subject of light conception. It is believed to be a miracle. It is written about in the Bible, and so it should be present in all of you, but it has always been shown or sold as a story that is just available for Mother Mary, who conceived my dear grandson Yeshua in this way as a miracle outside of her own volition. She did not participate in the process. It's a story. She just received the light, and then Archangel Gabriel came to her to tell her that she had conceived a child. And this is the story that is known. However, this is not what happened. In fact, Mary herself was conceived by the merging of astral bodies, of energy bodies. She was not conceived in a physical sense. Myself and my partner Joachim, we traveled with our astral bodies to the place where we knew she would be waiting for us, and we spiraled her down. She was born from energy and consciousness and love, pure, pure golden love. And she and her partner, Joseph, did the same. They spiraled their bodies out to retrieve the light of Yeshua into her womb. So he very much had an earthly father. And the twisting of this story has created the disbelief that women should be capable of receiving life through light alone. But it is very much in your DNA to be able to do so. Life is not bound by physical boundaries. It is bound by the laws of the earth and the cosmic laws of the universe. And so in 3D life, there are certain rules to play with, but the rules are misunderstood, and the rules are not as you know them, have come to know them. And it is the same with telekinesis, what we just spoke into. It is the awareness that your body is energy, your body is life, your body is emptiness. Really, if you would go into the atom, you would find nothing. You would find energy. So that which is perceived as matter is not in fact solid. It does not exist as matter. It exists as the idea of matter and solid form. And so the creation of life, of new life, the birthing of human beings is not necessarily only meant for physical procreation. It is the merging of energy that creates life. So a woman can very well open her womb and entrain or enable her eggs to receive light from a source that is not physical. Because the egg and the human body, the womb, was light to begin with. It is just life, an expression of life. And because of this, your wombs and your eggs are able to receive light and create another life. How does it feel to realize this? That you are capable of miracles, and that miracles are not miracles, but miracles are cosmic laws. So more and more women will experience spontaneous pregnancies. And these women will be prepared to receive the light in that way. In the years to come, we, myself, and other beings that are here to guide you, to support you, will take you through a process of initiation. Will take your partner through a process of initiation so that you both may have the expanded consciousness that is necessary to receive a child and trust. And trust, so there does not need to be jealousy. There does not need to be any insecurity or uncertainty. There just is a deep, deep knowing and an extremely powerful connection to life itself as it is expressed in your body, through your body. And as this process is awakening, other abilities will awaken more gradually in the collective as well. And these are things like spontaneous healing. People will suddenly realize that they hold the keys to circulate energy through their body, and that if there is an illness presenting itself, they do not need to be a victim of this illness. They can just move their energy in such a way it is liberated and it will be healed. And all that is needed is trust in the love that life is. And through that love, allow the body to open. Allow the DNA to express itself. Allow these abilities to awaken in your body. This is a time of miracles. And they will seem like spontaneous, unique moments at first. Someone will share their story of what's happened, and it will be perceived as a miracle, and it will be met with ingratitude. This is not possible. Are you sure? This is very irresponsible of you to go about it this way. You are insane. You should go to a mental asylum. You should take medicine because you're hallucinating. You must be psychotic. No. Psychosis is awareness of life that is existing around you. It is the awareness of everything that is here around you without the proper grounding. But this is what is happening right now, and that is why we call it descension and not ascension. We call it descension because there is the grounding of your energy in every cell of your body and beyond your body into your earth star chakra. So it becomes aware of all these abilities, and it's not hallucinating, it just knows. It knows. And then we might also really have this embodied understanding that these teachings that actually came through myself and came through my daughter Mary and came through my grandson Yeshua are not divinely inspired and just meant for them. They just showed, we just showed that it is possible to create miracles. That you are not a victim of life. You are life. You are a part of this creative process that is life, and that we can channel love in every part of our bodies and become love and radiate love and start emitting light and start creating paradise. And bit by bit by bit, these spots of light will start leaking out, and they start connecting, and everyone in between those leakings of light, let's call them, because we can see them as drops, maybe drops of oil. Like if you have a drop of oil and it falls on water and it spreads, it meets another drop of oil and it connects, and there's this iridescent rainbow light that is laying on the water. Only now we do not pollute the water of the consciousness. No, we create these rainbow shades of light of possibilities, and they start connecting. And this bit of oil, it's a wrong metaphor really, starts connecting and starts growing, and then everything else is touched by it, and then bit by bit by bit the entire water becomes rainbow colored, and everyone is lifted up in a miracle that is life. This is a process that will take more than 100 years, and not everyone will live to see it. We do need to say that. You will live to see big, big shifts, and you will live to see many, many miracles, and miracles becoming ordinary. But the process of taking the entirety of humanity in this and really all leaning into this trust and becoming this harmonic field, that will still take a while. There will be some of you who will come to see it, because as we awaken these codes of miracles inside of our DNA, we also have people awakening to the ability of cellular regeneration, perfect regeneration. They will lift the veil and take away this belief system that degeneration and growing old needs to be a hard process, and that there's no way that you can easily and vibrantly and vitally live beyond 100, maybe 110 years old. We will awaken the codes of longevity within your system, and there will be people coming that will live to be 250 years old easily. And then it will expand to 300. And these will also not be abnormalities. This will become normality. But all this is only possible not through manipulation. This process cannot be manipulated. Even though there are forces who try to manipulate all these energies and try to create longevity in a different way to maintain their status of power, the longevity we are talking about comes from the full embodiment of love and the full expression of your DNA, of your soul, of your light through this body. If you take part in the process of creation, if you start sharing your gifts, there will be this immense, unconditional, and infinite source of vitality, of life energy that will just flow through you and keep you alive. The only thing that we need to do is break down the barriers, break down the belief systems, and allow ourselves to trust that it is possible, and that it is possible to live and to create and to share your gift as you were meant to share your gifts. And we have seen so many beautiful people waking up to their gifts and becoming aware of what these gifts are. We have seen so many people understand that the way they experience the world is not an accident, it is their divine blueprint. It is the way they are meant to express their light. And I am also here to say that those who deny themselves the expression of their light, who suppress this energy, that is the density that creates illness. Inside the DNA, the more you express it, there will be a process, an evolution going on. First, we have the regular DNA, the way it is moving and expressed at this moment in your life. And the more you clean it, you really work through the intergenerational traumas that have accumulated in your body, the more it opens up and it clears the field and it becomes crystalline. It really starts being this beautiful generator of energy, and it can channel energy and it can move energy through it more easily, so that the sunlight can reach it directly. It can move into every cell, so that the water you drink clears it and allows the flow to keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. So that the energy from the earth nurtures the body. And once this crystalline process is done, then the other 10 strands start to lock in. And these are not physical strands as you know them, but they will become part of your body. These are energies that you can work with through your body. They are about taking your place in the grid and having this beautiful impact on the grids. They are about ancestral talents. They are about empathy. They are about love and forgiveness. And bit by bits, they will come online and make you the multidimensional being that you already are. The manifestation of this multidimensional being that you already are. And once that process is locked, interfaced and locked, then inside your DNA, this power field starts opening, activating. You might see it as an inner sun, or it could even be witnessed or perceived as a black hole, but it's not a black hole that sucks life in it. It's a black hole through which, it's really a golden hole, if we would describe that way, through which life just enters the DNA by itself. So you don't have to take it out of an internal source. No, your DNA will become the source of energy through that generates, that brings electricity through your entire body. You will become your own energy source just by expressing your natural gifts. This is what we need you to understand. The key to your vitality, the key to really brimming with energy and with life is the expression of your gifts. So trust yourself and trust that you know best what your path is leading you towards. You do not need to explain your existence to anyone. Let me repeat this. You do not need to explain your existence to anyone. You do not need to explain your motivations to anyone. If you are anchored in your heart, you know your motivations and you can live your motivations and you can express your motivations. And then bit by bit, you become a superhuman with superhuman abilities. And for those who are already parents and who have already passed on their DNA, if you go through this process of clearing your DNA and clearing the expression of love as it is wanting to be expressed through your body, it automatically impacts the generation after you, whether or not they are born already. They might still come into resistance if they're still a little bit older, but the younger they are, the more direct this impact will be. But even if they are older, if you clear your DNA, it clears their DNA and it opens the way for them to become the expression of themselves. So, coming back to the golden spiral generation, they come in with this awareness and to anchor this in more firmly in the human collective consciousness. And to the parents who will receive these children, our gratitude is great. We bow to you so deeply for your courage to come here, not as parents, but as guardians, as portals, as gateways for these children to be born. And we will love to answer more questions about this process. But before we close here today and we say our goodbyes, I wish to share just one last bit of information. An invitation, really. It is an invitation to sing your song. This might seem strange if I say it this way. Maybe you expected something greater, something more mystical. Maybe you expected something mysterious, but no. My invitation to you today is to sing your own song, is to sing the melody that is in your soul, to walk around your life, walk around nature, walk around the city and just sing your song. No words, just harmonics. No meaning, just the flowing of melodies through your throat so that the birds may hear, that humans are awakening to their song again, and so that the birds may start sharing this to the other worlds, the other creatures. Every bird that hears your song will go around, will fly on their way, and will sing in celebration. Another human has remembered themselves. Another human has remembered to sing with us. It is happening. We are becoming one field again. Because just like humans long so deeply to remember themselves, to love and be loved, the entire animal world, nature, is craving your presence, and not just your physical presence, but your everything. So sing your song and tell the birds. Sing your song and let the birds know that you remember your song, that you are remembering yourself, and they will share the wonderful news. They will fly on the wings of love and share their song so that all animals may hear that humanity is awakening to themselves. And at the time of harmony, harmonic living is about to be remembered and be recreated. Paradise is about to be born through each of you. Thank you very much for listening, for receiving, and until we meet again. Oh, I am shaking. And I am filled with this deeper sense of dedication and determination and devotion. And yes, determination, I think, is the right word. We'll go out later today to sing a song to the birds, who's just flying. Oh, there they are. And I hope you do so too. If this message from Anna has touched you in any way, or if you feel it in your body in any way, please like this video, subscribe to this channel, maybe share the video with your network so that more people might remember to sing their song and to bring their unique expression to earth again. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time.